Military.
Okay. Okay, we've got different types of knives. Yeah. For now, Dennis, me, and Roman will work with the axes. Yeah, because that is a whole different area to work with. I know that some of you, or probably some of you, have worked with knives before, so I don't want to be childish or anything and say you can't use this or that, but it's just a safety thing as well. Yeah, again, if you cut yourself with the knife, then we all got a problem, so we have to stop the course, we have to either call an ambulance or bring somebody to the hospital or whatever. So it is no use at all to cut yourself. Yeah? The problem also with that, obviously, we have to do the whole first aid bit. I won't say they're rules, yeah, but it would be good if you stick to these guidelines that we got when we're using knives. Yeah. The first one is if you get tired, or if you have bad vision, so that's at night when it's dark. Yeah. Or if you're tired and you just I've been chopping for I don't know how long. Yeah? Stop using the knife for a minute. Yeah? That's the first rule. We've had it a couple of times now that we were in the northern France where we did survival courses. Yeah? And we had a guy still at night. Yeah? All of a sudden Dennis was like, Stani. I'm like, uh-oh. The way he said that didn't sound good. And there was this guy, he cut himself at night. Yeah? And we had to bring him, we had to walk 5 kilometers through this kind of terrain with him, and there was like snow like a meter thick, and there was blood everywhere, and he was just holding his hand like, yeah. So you know, just try. I'm always maybe a bit of a funny thing to look at it, but what I always use is the voice inside my head. Yeah, I've got a little voice inside my head. You didn't know about it. No, look at that. Walking around Namibia with me, and I've got voices. I hear voices. You know, as it is as if you're pounding with a hammer and nails, just before you hit yourself on your finger, you know that's going to happen. That little voice. Everybody knows what I mean? Yeah. So you know,
intuition, basically.
Sorry?
Intuition.
It is. Intuition would be a very good word for it, but the thing is, people stop listening to that nowadays. You know, you know that when you do something, you start thinking, this is really smart what I'm doing here. If you question yourself that already, stop for a minute and start thinking what you're doing. Yeah? I've seen on various occasions a guy in the jungle. We always teach with using knives to cut away from yourself, or to have something in between yourself and that what you're cutting. Yeah. So if I'm cutting this branch, yeah, this branch is in between me, yeah, my leg, and the branch itself, but I'm still cutting away from myself. This guy was doing with a parang, which is a knife like that long, and wanted to cut the tree. Well, it's in between my leg and the tree, like that. Yeah? And he did cut himself, because we were there with 2 instructors and we were looking at him. He's not going to do that, is he? Oh shit, he is going to do that. Okay, get the bandage out. He said beforehand, actually I was thinking, is this really clever what I'm doing? Oh well, I've done what they've said. Started chopping, and then he started thinking, oh wait a minute, but the knife's going through the wood. Ouch, in my leg. Yeah? So that is not really clever to do. Not just that example, but you all know what I'm getting at, the intuition part. Yeah? Just learn to listen for yourself, especially in the survival situation. This is really, really important. Yeah? Over where we live, where we do our daily jobs, you've got your own company, you've got all kinds of safety measures in place. Yeah? You've got a problem with your company, everybody who works somewhere, even at school or whatever, it's got something in place which tells you these are rules. You have to do this, you have to do that. If this happens, you have to do. You don't start thinking for yourself anymore. In survival, if you're living outside, everything what you do is your own choice. So also you're the only one to blame. Yeah? You can't say, if I cut myself, I can't say, fucking hell, Florian, you shouldn't have looked at me because, you know, no, I did that. You know? The bad part could be that Florian is distracting me, yeah, if I'm cutting. Yeah? Then I just should just stop and say, shut up, mate, I'm busy. Yeah? So, and then afterwards, you know, that is the way you have to handle that. Also, as opposed to each other, yeah? If I'm doing something wrong, if I'm starting cutting my stick over here, you know, next to various other parts which I don't want to cut, but they're also big.
Your other stick,
my other stick. They're also big veins. you see a lot of people there just whittling sticks, and then also they need to do a little bit more force, and it's quite a common cut actually, people, and then all of a sudden it goes in the side. Yeah. That's highly dangerous. But if, let's say, Florian sees me doing this, actually you say, Stani, think twice. Oh yeah, remember that. And start cutting next to my body. Yeah, because I can then say, you know, don't be so childish about me. I'm not a kid. Whereas, well, apparently I have to be, because as soon as I cut myself, he has a problem. Because hopefully he will take me down to a hospital. Yeah, which is a lot of problems for him and the whole survival situation. And in this type, obviously, it's a course. But yeah, the course will have to stay still, and we have to work on it, etc., etc. So that's.
And I mean, here are hospitals. For example, Namibia, it took us about 5 to 6 hours to the hospital.
Before we got somebody out there, yeah, there were planes landing.
That would be the fucking fastest way to get medical help. So.
Yeah.